This remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Yes.
Thank you.
You cheap charlatan.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
Yeah, I guess so.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Bye.
Perhaps we'll talk again.
Right, so now all that's left is to find Shao Shun.
As long as you have the money.
And go to the... not to the West End, to the docks, and then to the West End.
This elixir will give you faith again.
Cool. Right, let's find
Its effectiveness has been proven
Shao
by them.
Shun. I have no idea where she could be, but I am going to look up in this area because she wasn't in the other sides. I'm pretty sure we're going out of the... Oh! There she is. Hello.
Good evening, Shao Shun.
Wang
Good evening.
Shanghao, Dr. Reed.
Wan
It's good
Shanghao.
to see you again.
Okay, Wan Shanghao. About the current situation.
How is the
What can you
sanitary
tell me about it?
situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive this trial, Dr. Reed.
Well, we might just survive it. What are you doing for a living?
What are you doing
right
with
now?
your time, now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out
Good
medicine.
for you. Why do it at night
That's
though?
very
Yeah.
charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark.
That's
Hence
true.
my presence, to help them when I can.
Fine, I guess. Handing out medicine for free,
Giving out
isn't
medicine?
that expensive?
How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those
Good.
who don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Nice of you. What can I say? Why don't you move to
Why
a
don't
better
you move
neighborhood
to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess.
if you have so much money?
To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. How do you feel
How
right
do you
now?
feel now
Are
that
you
you're
better?
back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Good for you. Don't... Yeah, it's a wise attitude.
I've no doubt.
I mean,
That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I am also doing this for myself. If
how
I'm
come?
destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
okay, I understand. And I have all the clues about you, which is fine. Still think about your
Do
husband?
you still
I mean,
think
of
about
course.
your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never
Duh.
forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean.
I understand.
And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew, without warning and without mercy.
Or maybe not.
But until then, I live on.
Good. Good for you. Okay,
How do you
take
feel?
this medicine.
Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
Take this medicine.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, good
Goodbye
night
for now.
and keep the good fight. Keep fighting the good fight, as you people say. What are you doing?
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
You're trying to rob someone? Rental rooms available. That's not a good idea. Anyway. I have to go to... not the West End, but we have to go to the docks. How can we get to the docks without going through the West End? Really? I still need to talk with Dr. Swansea? I thought I just talked with him. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna go through here because it's the fastest way I can go. And let's also get to that. Who did I need to heal in the docks? At the docks? I still haven't got him. Oh well. At some point. Not sure where he is. Hey! I need to find someone at the docks. Her. Stella Fishburne. Oh, okay. I know where she is. Oh, it's just gonna take us a while to get there. Should I talk with Dr. Swansea? Should have probably talked with him before I left. Let's have a quick talk with him. Dr. Swansea? Oh. There you are.
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room.
Sorry
away
about
from the nightly routines.
Of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been tested around here.
Yeah, I know.
I won't deny it.
I've been
but
out
we
there
still stand.
tonight. What news do you bring?
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now.
That's not good.
The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
That is good, but... damn. About the violence?
Tell me more about the violence.
What's happening
Jeffrey
in the
McCallum
city?
seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Pre-Wen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, I got a letter from Lady Ashbury.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Yeah. What about the lady's house?
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is. Nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Right. Yeah.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
Ravishing. I know, she is ravishing. Where is the Brotherhood?
About the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
What about it?
Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
Really? Really? I didn't know that about you. Edgar considers himself as a maverick among the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stall. What of my commission?
What of my
here?
commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
Good to know, I guess.
Thank
Okay.
you, Edgar.
See
We
you
shall
later.
speak again later.
I've also found a letter about Nurse Brannigan. Maybe I should discuss it with her. And also that doctor, Dr. Aykroyd, yeah. Can I discuss
I'm
it
quite
with
busy
him?
right now, Dr. Reed.
I don't care. Yeah, apparently not, but I can ask him about Strickland.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
That's good of you, I guess. Your thoughts about
Tell me,
research,
Waverly,
though?
what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick
Okay.
needs delicate surgery. I believe we
That's
should
quite
stick
a
to the
serious-
usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Right.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
That's definitely true. If it's untested procedure, well, you have to test it at some point. That's the... And I don't think there was too much animal research at that point in time. I don't really know. It is a conservative.
Other
point
people
of
may
view.
say that's too conservative.
I would have...
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Yeah, I can't understand. I mean, if it was today,
Thank
I
you
would
for your
have
time.
Definitely,
We'll talk later.
definitely agreed with him, because I know there are a lot of ways to test before actually doing on a live person. But back then, I'm not sure how you could test it unless you were trying it on someone. Nurse Brannigan. Have to talk about
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
your
evening,
transgression.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
Yeah, I
don't
figured
see
this
what
much.
your gender has to do with your abilities, Nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Right. You have my support.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, of course.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
But then people would lose their privilege. Dr. Tippett? Do you know anything
Good
about
evening,
Dr.
Dr.
Brennan?
Dr. Reed,
I
any
forgot
good
her name
news to
already.
share?
I'm not sure. Nurse Brannigan has been accused, yeah.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Yeah, at some point.
Goodbye,
Well,
Dr. Tippett.
I'm not sure if that time is today either.
At least that
Over 100 years later, but yeah, at least there's a lot of progress, obviously, but there's still a lot of discrimination, and not necessarily only based on gender or skin. There are other things as well. For example, on how good you look. People tend to trust people that are beautiful, which is not necessarily indicative of how good they are. Okay. Ow. There you go. And I hate gas mans. I don't know how else I can call you. You're a gas man. Right, I'm going to... No, not yet. Get the leech, boys. Leave me alone. Attack them. Or attack each other. Damn. There you go. Everyone is dead. Oh crap. I have to go quickly too. Oh, there's too many people. I don't want to fight them all.
Turn around, sir. Killing's all you deserve.
There you go. We've killed every possible.
We found one. Filthy piece of shit.
I should have took some blood from them. Oh well. I know I haven't looted him, but one of the dead guys over there. But that's fine, I mean. I just want to get to Lady Ashbury's mansion as fast as possible. After I treat Stella Fishburne, who should be here.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Good evening.
May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Let's have a little talk.
I'm so sorry about your loss, Mrs. Fishburne.
Yeah, I don't think we talked.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Could you check Rufus's health for me, please?
I already
I've
did.
been taking care of this young nipper since my poor Seymour
I'm
died.
glad.
Very well. But why so nervous?
Even if he lives with me now, Rufus still spends too much time outside. He grew up in the streets, you see, and he's kept his old habits.
Well, what can you do? Any news of...
Do you have any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Yeah.
I just heard the sad saint keeps on helping the sick and poor.
Good.
God bless his soul.
Nice. Worried about the situation?
Aren't you worried
London?
about the conditions around here?
Hate everywhere. The city will not sink because of this flu. It's the violence that will finish us all.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I would like you to tell me about how you feel about Seymour's death.
I'd like to know more about your son's death, Stella.
I was so afraid to see Seymour arrested and executed that I never thought about him being murdered.
He did love you.
I'm sure his last thoughts were for you, Mrs. Fishburne. Seymour was a terrible threat to the community, but he truly loved you.
Your words break my heart as much as they bring me peace, Dr. Reed.
How do you mean?
I can imagine that.
The murder of my son made me understand what the other families must have felt. I shouldn't have protected him for so long.
You have Rufus now.
Yeah.
Make him a righteous man, a good man. That may be your path to peace.
You are a good person, Dr. Reed. I wish we'd met sooner.
In the end, Seymour avoided being judged for what he did. Does that not disturb you?
He was judged in a way.
For months, my greatest fear was to see my son being arrested and hanged. Now that he's dead, no one will ever know.
Do you believe your son could have avoided being caught forever?
I have no idea. Sometimes I felt like he was becoming more and more careless. Perhaps he wanted to be caught.
Yeah, that's sometimes something that murderers do. So you live with Rufus now?
You live here with Rufus now?
Yeah, I mean...
And how is everything?
Yeah. We both had our share of tragedy, but I suppose it's a relief not to be alone in life.
Did Rufus talk to you about his past?
I knew the boy had a hard time in the streets, but I had no idea how miserable he really was. And I suspect he won't tell me all that he remembers.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Mrs. Fishburne, are you in need of any medical assistance?
I am afraid I am, Doctor. I don't feel well at all.
Yeah, just take this.
Then let me give you a prescription.
I thank you for your generosity, sir. It's something this part of town truly needs.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
I'll see you later. You do feel better now.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most.
Should I talk to Rufus a bit? I don't know.
Good evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
You seem happier than before.
I live with Mrs. Fishburne now, in her house. I have a bed and everything.
Nice. Nice of you. What's
so how is your new life going?
Now?
Good. I have a roof over my head and warm meals. Mrs. Fishburne is the best. But but she's so sad. I hear her crying at night.
Well,
even if she did
her
take
son just died.
Mrs. Fishburne lost her son, who she loved very much.
I know, but it makes me feel funny. I should feel bad for being here after Seymour died, not happy.
Well, you should help her, definitely, yeah.
Try to help her as much as she helps you, Rufus. Help each other through the grief.
Mrs. Fishburne has been like a mother to me, and it's my turn to help her the best I can.
Good, good, very good. I'm still missing a clue about you.
Tell me your feelings about Seymour's death, Rufus.
I am sad for Mrs. Fishburne, not for her dead son. I was afraid of him and his threats. I don't think a lot of people will miss him.
Yeah, that's true. I know what he did, that's why...
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he's better.
Good.
So long, Rufus.
I'm not gonna ask the other question.
Be careful. Take care.
It's futile. Okay. See you later, I guess. Where are you going? Just going into the house? Okay. Now I can actually go and have a nice sleep and evolve a little bit before we go to talk with Lady Ashbury. There we go. Well, maybe I should go closer to Lady Ashbury before I go to sleep. Should I? I don't know. No, let's sleep here. Let's sleep here. It's fine. Let's see. We have a lot of points. We said we're gonna do this next. What about this one? This one is 2000. And what's this one? 4500. 480 damage. That's a good one. What about this? How much is this? 3000. And it increases the damage to 400. I think I'm gonna do this. And now we have 2000 more for what? Should I increase the healing? Or no, we can't do that. Well, I think that the healing is the only thing we can increase. Or we could put more into blood capacity and stuff like that. I don't really have a problem with that at the moment. Yeah, we'll have to do healing. So, you trade instant health gain for a greater regeneration. You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this path. $250 healing, 200 healing, 300 healing. But I do get more healing this way. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go this way. There we go. Again? Great. More sick people. Fatigue, 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 and fatigue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody here, that's good. 5 fatigue and 1 cold. Right. So fatigue. And 1 cold. Can we upgrade something? Like this, for example. I still need 1 good handle part. 3 here and 1 here. Right. So now I have to run around the docks and treat people. Great. Edwina?
It's your dog's fault.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again.
I don't have time to...
Can I see...
As long as you have...
I'm just gonna buy stuff from you. You don't have money? I don't have money! No! How can I not have money? Well, I'm gonna sell all of those. And I'm gonna sell all of those. And now we have money. There we go. No.
Good evening.
Hello again.
Can I offer...
Giving up.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Yeah. You're...
Goodbye,
be
Miss
fine.
Cox.
I'm just gonna do the rounds quickly. And see whoever needs my help. Those guys don't need my help. Stella Fishburne is fine. Who was it that needed my help? Rufus needs fatigue medicine, and Martin Nightingale. He is around here as well. You need medicine.
Evening, Rufus.
Good evening, Miss.
Do you need help?
Gave you some.
A real doctor.
A real doctor treats it.
I don't know what to say.
So long, Rufus.
Okay. There was that guy who was around here somewhere. There he is.
Whoa.
Good evening, Mr. Wood.
Good evening.
Do you need my medical attention?
Unfortunately, yes. The spirit is willing, but the flesh, well, you know.
Yeah, take this.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
You're funny.
Good.
Okay. Wasn't there a shortcut here? Yes, there is. Can I go directly? Hopefully I can. Whoa! You tricked me, you son of a bitch. There you go, I tricked you now. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Okay, give me your blood.
I have this thirst for blood.
Can I go through here? Doesn't look like it. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. And look, the vampire hunter, just meters away from a skull. Can we please talk? Leave that damn bottle, let's talk.
Wet boots.
For God's sake.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed.
Yes.
Do you need my
Actually, I may.
Yeah, just take this medicine.
Treating a vampire
You'll feel
hunter's
fine.
wounds is certainly a first for me. I'm happy to help you.
That is true.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Your support means a lot.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Okay, so we have 2 more people in this area, I think. And no, yeah, 2 more people in this area, and then we can finally go to Lady Ashbury. Finally.